How are we doing? That seems running green. Alright. I had to reboot the internet. Anyway. Whether Noats has the makings of a ruler, I couldn't say, but I do know that she cares deeply for her nation and her people. Whether you choose Emperor, though, is for you and you alone to decide. Think on it well. Now then, it's past time I reported our mission success to the Gosha. And then, so sooner as that Her Highness needed to have her royal meal. I shall come by the next later. Till then. Money. I dare say we now have a fair grasp of Wuklomat's situation. Still, you've been afforded time to consider her invitation. Why not use it to learn more about Torao? Numenon is bound to have some information on the continent. Just the thought of brewing myself wouldn't hurt to be better informed. Now, not only would it help you make an informed decision, but if you do choose to go, you would be better prepared for what awaits. Come, my friend, let us be off to the archives. I should be able to finish this before I have to go to work. Finish the MSQ. I probably won't do Tataru's questline until I get back home. Ah, Puddingway's still there. The origins of blue magic can be traced back to the esoteric practices of the Walki, a tribe in the distant continent of Total. The tribe holds nature in the highest, and in seeking to cultivate a spiritual connection with them, they have learned to harness the power of the wildlife around them. In exchange for teaching them the common tongue, I was permitted to live among them and train in their ways. Those days were some of the most grueling I remember, but they were tremendously rewarding. Once I had the privilege of visiting Lapis Canyon, the tribe's sacred grounds. It is so named for the cerulean deposits that well up its resource, turning the entire canyon a brilliant blue. Under a shaman's watchful eye, I finally managed to master the Walki's art and make that animal's powers my own. As no name existed for it in the common tongue, I took the liberty of naming it Blue Magic. Whose color, as you have doubtless gleaned, is for the significance it holds to the Walaki. I cannot think of a name more fitting to honor the people from whom this noble magic was born. I know people have had some, like, misgivings about how the Walaki are kind of depicted, or just Native American kind of stuff in general. They seem to be doing a better job of it now. Obviously, I can't really say that. I'm white, so I can't really say I have much authority. It's impossible to adequately discuss Eorzean cuisine without speaking of that land from which many of our modern-day staples hail, the far western continent, Toral. Ogre pumpkins, ruby tomatoes, even the ubiquitous popoto. These crops and more that regularly grace Eorzean dining tables trace their origins to the New World, as the place is known to most. The tale of this culinary immigration begins in the year 1498 of the 6th Astral Era, when a winsome sailor named Ketanram successfully traversed the Indigo Deep to arrive at the theretofore unknown continent. Ketanram spent several moons exploring inland, in the course of which he encountered dozens of the sprawling nation of Mamuja. He was even granted an audience as their supreme leader, whose confidence he won along with permission to roam freely. Ketanram would return to Trial several times, but during his first expedition he charted the land and gathered myriad root vegetables and seeds to bring back to Limsa. Most notable of these was the popoto, whose ease of cultivation and nutritional value saw it quickly spread to all corners of Eorzea. Produce was far from the only bounty of Kettenrand's expedition to Taral. Many tantalizing recipes such as the bean-filled burrito and gripping legends such as that of the Golden City reached our shores by way of a ship. The other side of Kettenrand's circle, Taral largely remains shrouded in mystery. Its influence on our cuisine cannot be overstated. Many scholars, myself included, relish the chance to immerse themselves in the culinary culture of that faraway continent. Every land has given rise to unique wildlife, and the continent of Taral is no exception. Yet, while some of her creatures have become a familiar sight in Eorzea, many more exist that are rarely seen this side of the Indigo Deep. This tome introduces a select variety of species, as described in the testimonies of sailors and adventurers. Alpaca, accustomed to Taral's craggy mountain ranges, this four-legged beastkin has been domesticated for seemingly hundreds, if not thousands of years. Their soft white fleece is highly prized by weavers, while their strong legs and sure-footedness make them capable beasts of burden. Wyver, this ferocious scalekin is native to the dense jungles of Taral, and Dwell have succeeded in taming them and utilized their prodigious strength for manual labor. Given their immense size and power, it should come as no surprise that the Wyver is also employed as a siege beast. Any fortifications cannot long withstand it. This horned brute's rampage. Villagarmanda. Tarali folklore holds that this bird-like creature is the mightiest of beasts and the very embodiment of nature's power. Whether it exists beyond myth, however, is uncertain. Let's begin by comparing the geographical characteristics of the three great continents in Taral. The former stretches from east to west and lies great within the northern hemisphere. In contrast, the latter extends to the far reaches of both northern and southern hemispheres, and a difference immediately presents itself in the form of climate variance. Shifts in climate tend to be gentler in moving east to west, but harsher in moving north and south. Owing to this fact, longitudinal migration is far more common in history, whether it be by men, animals, or plants. Case in point is the Alligans, who rose to power in Aldenard before advancing east into Ilsebard. Their movement would be mirrored thousands of years later by the Garleans. Meanwhile, although the disparate tribes of Taral waged war with one another for generations, seeming by the climate, none could make any great headway north or south. Tribes hailing from frozen lands withered beneath the desert sun, while those that thrived in open lands could not pierce dense jungle. Such was the way of it, until the leader of the Mamuja succeeded in bringing the continent under one banner. Given the land's divided history and the reason thereof, one cannot help but be in awe of this feat. Truly, it is a testament to the Autarch's greatness. Cat! 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 Scoured the library to your satisfaction, have you? Excellent. While there are a few books wholly dedicated to the subject of Taral, I dare say you found tidbits of useful information scattered here and there. And it's not take kindly to chatter. Now then, I'm quite keen to hear your honest impressions. I couldn't help but notice that we read the very same book on cuisine, so I had to find references to Taral within. Among them, did you find anything particular pique your interest? Legendary City of Gold, of course! Ha, I suspect that any mention of the City of Gold will catch your eye. It is truly a mystery among mysteries. Here is a city whose location is unknown, and no one has ever seen, and yet whispers of its existence continue to persist. Countless souls have set off in search of it, never to return. I can imagine it being a suitable challenge for the ritual of succession. Roland, did you perchance learn aught about the fauna of Taral? Given your adventuring background, I expect the topic would interest you. Father Garmanda. Now, why do I get the impression you're imagining pitting your skills against the fell beast? Fortunately, I found scant details on your would-be prey. One source simply described it as an enormous winged creature with scales as hard as steel that rules the skies. I should like to see it with my own eyes, presuming it even exists. I thought I heard familiar voices. Alice! Half you know. Hello. Hello. Fancy running into two of you here. Well, have some research of your own, do you? Aye, we hope to arm ourselves with the knowledge that may benefit the Garlean people. Having forged a new trade agreement with Ratatan, they will next look to foster relations with other nations. This includes former imperial provinces. In view of this, we hope to find hints in history on how neighbors of differing races and ideologies might engage with one another. And what of the two of you? What endeavor brings you here this day? A nation composed the disparate peoples of Taral. I dare say this is precisely the kind of example we seek. We do well to read up on Tuliyola ourselves. In the contest, is Freya the only one allowed to help Wuklimat? There was no mention of such restrictions, as I recall. On the contrary, Wuklimat gave us the impression that she could have several champions. I think I know how to make the most of our respite. Come, follow me, Alfino. We have planning to do. Our plans have changed, if you'll excuse me. They never could rest on their laurels. Come, let us return to the annex. Let us return to the annex. Oh my god, is Starfield crashing during HDQ? Oh, that's hilarious. That's funny. Hey boy. You okay?
It's just, despite all that we've learned, I can't help but feel we've yet to hear the whole story. What about you, my friend? Are you inclined to accept or refuse Wuklimat's request? Ha! I thought you might say that. With an intrepid attitude such as yours, I believe all shall be well. Be it the contest or something else, there will be many trials for you to overcome at your destination. But in the course of seeing new lands and meeting new people, you'll surely find a way forward. That's what adventurers do, is it not? such a journey would be the envy of many a scholar. Distant as it is, Tural remains largely unknown to us, with only meager records to be found in Numenor. The experiences to be had, all the things you might hear, feel, and think.
He said it!
It's enough to stir me to the core. Life is a series of journeys, my friend, and there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another.
God, just kiss already. God damn.
There's an idea. I have a matter to attend to at the Agora. Please, go on inside. I will join you shortly.
My lad! Wonder what Thancred... Is Thancred just on the... He was in the trailer, just look... He wants to find the city's gold. Then again, he was also rizzing up the local populace.
You have the look of someone who's made up their mind. Go on then. Let's hear it. Excellent. You'll be compensated for your troubles, of course. But I dare say your time in Tural will be its own reward.
You're not planning to leave without us, are you? Alphino, Alize! What are you two doing here?
We happened to cross paths at Numenor earlier, you see, and I told them about Wuklemat. And when we fortuitously met again at the Agora just now, they expressed an interest in meeting our visitor.
Ah, you must be the twins who are sneaking after Erenville as toads.
100 things about us you could have told her, and you chose that!
First impressions last.
Tis an honor and a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Your Highness. Alphino Leveilleur at your service, and this is my sister Alize.
Oh no, let's not do that. I really can't stand titles. So, you want to participate in the contest too, is that right?
Indeed we do. We've been assisting with the rebuilding effort in Garlemald. Yet while progress is being made, the question remains of how the nation might reconcile with its neighbors. We believe there is much we might learn from Tuliolal, a nation founded on unity. And in return for this honor, we would spare no effort in supporting your claim.
The more the merrier, I say. And I'd be keen to learn about Eorzea and Garlemald from you as well.
Having recruited so many committed and capable allies, I presume you have no need for my continued assistance?
Nonsense! Like I told you before, you're indispensable. They're strong, aye, but strangers to our land. They need someone to guide them, to point out the dangers and spare them grisly deaths. I can't think of anyone better suited to that task than you. What's more, despite your assertions, I know you haven't given up on the City of Gold.
As I recall, Kryl, you were the first to state your desire to visit Tural.
Perhaps I was. Still, I can't help but worry about being away just when our order is beginning to find its feet again.
You have nothing to worry about. I haven't forgotten how you held the fort while I set off to explore Alzadal's legacy. It's only fair that I return the favor. Pray, leave the students to Ojika and me.
Wait, if Gra's here, how'd you get... How was he there to eat taco?
You want to retrace your grandfather's steps, don't you? This is a rare opportunity, and I insist that you seize it.
Thank you, Raha. Thank you.
Oh.
Well, looks like it's settled. I'm counting on you all to help me win the throne.
I suppose now is a good time to show you what I spent a small fortune on at the Agora. There. This, my friends, is the latest map of the world, created to celebrate our friendship with the Loperids. Cast your eyes west of Sharlayan, for there it lies. The site of your next great adventure, Tural.
Couldn't make it a bit more detailed. And that's it. That's Endwalker. The Patch series was good. Maybe not my favorite, but it was good. That Ishtola art does look pretty new though, so it's pretty cool. It's good. She almost looks like an interesting character. As a whole, it's fantastic, you know? Endwalker, I think Endwalker is my favorite expansion. You know, this is my first ever actual like patch cycle. And it was, you know, it's waiting 2 years for it all to come out. It was kind of, you know, it was a lot, but you know, I had fun. The Alliance raid was great. I love Pandemonium. The boss fights were fun. It was all good. I really enjoyed it. And I'm really excited to see how our next adventure goes. Only in a few months. Just a few months away. Wow. Dawn Trail, just a few months away. I can't believe it. I'm so happy about this information. Let's smoke the booth together. Let's take ibuprofen together. You could absolutely make this faster. Alright, well, I'll skip. Lest you wonder about your passage throughout, Edinburgh will arrange a ship to his guild. You need only worry about your own preparations. Please take this with you. A rugged and ready knapsack. May it serve you well in your coming adventures. Now, I'm not sure when departure will be, but rest assured I'll let you know when I hear something. Till then, please take care. Oh, so you get it through MSQ! Okay. I remember seeing that in the patch notes, like, oh my god, finally, we're getting a fucking backpack. Meanwhile, in Limsa Lominsa.
When does the next ship set sail? May I ask your destination? The north and east, I've already seen.
He's just going there.
I suppose I'll head west this time. West, you say?
That's his only inspiration. He's like, I'll just go west. That is so Estinian. Meanwhile, in old Charlian.
I see you've made up your mind. I had a feeling you'd be keen. But to think that our comrades too are thither bound. Fate doth work in mysterious ways. Indeed. It will be a grueling task, having to contend with them. If the prospect doth trouble thee, 'tis not too late to decline the petition. though thine expression would suggest thou art far from perturbed.
Oh, how could I possibly be, knowing what's to come?
Then let us delay no further and secure passage on a vessel.
Is your Tola gonna join him?
Aye. This will be a mission to remember.
Hi, Bagrat, stop staring at me.
Come, my friend. We make for Terra.
And then what about Y'shtola?
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the...
There it is.
Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost in Offerd's north? The fabled golden cities of the New World.
Weigh anchor now, the tide is high, and dawn of a new adventure nigh. Row forth to break horizon's bond and tread the gilded path beyond. There we go. Well, time to try out that fashion accessory. How's she look? She looks pretty good. Let's make a little G pose. First reset. Let's reset it. Let me stand up. Yep. Yep. Okay. Make it bright 4. So it's a pretty one. Well, we don't. I don't think we have enough time to at least get into the hatch to the tar side quest. So I might do that later tonight. But yeah, that was great. I love Wook Lamont. She's so fun, and I'm very excited to see more of her, and Aaronville. Of course, there's still more to come. We got some event quests. There's the Final Fantasy 16 event in April, supposedly. They're aiming for that, including several other little things throughout. So that'll be fun. But until then, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna try to do more streaming, at least more for Final Fantasy 14 streaming. I gotta get ready for Dawn Trail, but we'll see how that goes. Until then.